How we doing, folks? Let me get me coffee. Oh, cheers. Right, let me press record on the other cameras. So, how are we doing then? Here we are. It's been a crazy couple of days since I last spoke to you. Oh, what day was that? Friday, I think it was, when we did our last live. Since then, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 pages down. And that's 8 pages of notes of what I've been doing and what I've done, what I developed from the ideas that we talked about in the last live. And that's what this is all about. This is about me putting my money where my mouth is. This is me being accountable by making these videos. And for you out there that I don't know, for those that watch these videos, I'm holding myself accountable to you. And because of that, there's the evidence. Yeah. Page after page after page. Let's see. That's a good one for you to see. Like building the studio, all the ideas that we had. Because I go back and watch these live streams because these are unscripted, just coming straight from my head. And that's why I say these are diaries of a crazy person. Well, while I'm talking to you, I have these ideas. I've also got the ideas that I had before I started talking to you, and then I have the ideas after talking to you by listening to the playback. And then doing it. We grow in our environments. When we take care of our environments, build the environment for who and for what you are. Build the studio, they will watch. We go through the stage so that we build the work out of the plan. The studio is to make money. The studio can be used to sell whatever or whoever is in front of the camera. There is a service that somebody will need and that somebody will pay for. The Studio Academy, Renegade Studios. And here we are. I wrote a few days ago, what is the next move? After looking at the room and it was all cluttered and all the stuff was here, the wardrobes were here and all that. What it was going to cost to go to the next stage, because that's what we say. We always want to go to the next stage of an idea. It just took the time to clear it out. Go and throw some stuff away. And there's so much more stuff that we're going to throw away, because from that process, I've gone through everything, so I know what is here. There's all behind cameras. There's all racking that I made the last year to hold all the bits and pieces on. Got the cupboards that were here, that are in that corner now, just there. So I'm going to go through filter out and get rid of. And because I did that, I've cleared out my room where the processing station is, where my desk is, and that I cleared out that, so that's just got what we need in there. So I'm getting rid of a lot of personal items gone. And I tell you, I can feel the cleanliness, the focus, because of what I said was going to happen by me making these videos to you. And we've been doing this for a few weeks now, ain't we? It's clearing my mind out. It's making space for the ideas to flow through me, and also with my movement practices, so that everything's flowing. And just don't judge no ideas that come into your mind. Just do what is the next step. So as an idea, what we call them brain farts, come into the mind, pick up the agent, ask the agent, do some research, or write it down so you don't forget the brain fart, and then develop it. We've now just launched another product for someone, a brand development full package, from identity, media, workflows, production, and product design, and also product production. Full package done from just a random meeting a week ago, and spending 3 hours with a person, showing them what I do, getting them to do something which was like blew their head away. And now here we are a week later, and we're so far down the line. And that's what the last 10 years of me doing, getting to this point, learning all these production skills, learning the workflow, learning everything, and putting it together and say, right, this is the potential in you, and then just running the process, running the ideas, running the revenue streams, running all the pain points, running everything, and then producing it. Like, there you go. Because that's it. Once you can see it, you can believe it. And because I do all these skills, because I didn't have the option of paying anybody how to do it, I've learned how to do it myself, and I've got to do it as well, if not better, than somebody what you pay for to do it. Because we want to be the best in every stage. And because of that payback, this last week, and it's all started since I've been making these videos, these live videos, is just clearing the mind out. All the pieces are now coming together, and now that I've come to the end of one phase where I now have the skills and all, and the meaning and the workflows, I can now go into the next stage. And it's easier to make multiple of the same thing than it is to make one. So when you make something out of wood, if you're making a product, it's just as easy to make 3 of the same thing than it is to make one. There's not that much more effort to making another 2 or 3 at the same time. And the great thing is, what you learn as you move to each project of the same thing, what you learned doing with the first one, you apply to the second one. And what you learn in the first one and the second one, you apply to the third one. And what you learn by the time you get to making the third product in the same area or same stage of project, the first 1 and 2 get better anyway. So you understand that process, like stacking bricks. And that's what we've done this last few days. That's why there's all them pages that are full, from what the idea was, what we've done to do it, and what we've done. Here we go. This was yesterday, Saturday. Renegade production workflow. Let the mind be free to follow with movement, to flow with movement. Let the mind be free to flow with movement. Let the soul be free for love. Let yourself be free to live. Be a renegade. This is the Renegade Human Project. This is Renegade Studios. This is Ruthless Production Media as a whole, all part and parcel. There's so much stuff that I'm not telling you at the moment because it's in the development stages. But all this here, this is the end of the last 10 years. This is where we've got to. Now from here, we're moving forward because we're taking those skills that took 10 years to learn in all them different areas. And now they've come together, so now we can turn and look forward and face forward. And the results that I'm getting, because for 2 days I've been at that desk, I'm getting up, straight up, rolling the mat, switching the computers on, making a drink, and then back on it. Didn't be outside hardly any at all yesterday or the day before. Just been at that desk, doing the actual work that comes from the ideas, doing the stories, doing the design, doing the renders, doing the editing, doing the sound design. All that at the desk. And the results of it we've got. And now we've sent them, we're looking at them, we're reviewing them, we're taking notes. So what we've already done in 7 days has been great. What we've done in the last 2 day sections, 2 day sections, 2 day sections. The book tells the story, and the digital assets I have on the system shows you the output. In multiple, I mean, I work multiple projects through the day as the idea comes, because my system is optimized with my digital assets, my workflow, everything. I'm able to run multiple projects at different stages in the same time, within the same day, at the same moment, because while I'm working on one thing, it might trigger something for another project, and I can just flip over to that project, do what's come to mind, and then go back. And that's why your projects are always going up and down like horse racing. And they're doing that through the day. They're edging forward. For every little task that you do for a specific project, you're edging it towards the line to get it over the line to get paid. And that's why these are always doing this, all the like equalizers. And that's all your different projects. And that's how you manage multiple products. You have to have multiple projects when you've got no guaranteed paycheck at the end. It ain't like this is the project we're doing, you're getting paid this much for doing it, now you can spend the whole of your time getting this project done because you know you're getting paid for it. No, remember, we're working as a freelancer in this wild world of YouTube and everything else, where they keep altering the standards, and pushing the bar higher. Now it's 8,000 watch hours before you can think about getting monetized. But for me, what I'm showing you, what I'm teaching you is, hey, this is what you got to do. You got to do the work. This is how it really is. When you're starting off, this is how it is. This is how Mr. Beast started off. This is how anybody started off. But when you've already got this technology now and these systems that are designed already for you, you're hitting the ground running. And that's why I'm able to do so much on my own in one day, because I have all these different skills, because we've got all this different software in which we can use, so we can do it ourselves. And everything is getting easier and easier and easier. But then still, there's always more to do. And let me tell you, it ain't as easy as those YouTubers tell you. How they say, yeah, you can write a digital book, how you can do all this digital assets, how you can do this, how you can do this funnel. No. The principle is there, but all the different elements in between, there's so much stuff that's missed out. So much stuff that's missed out. And that's why I, doing what I'm doing, Diaries of a Crazy Person, this is in real time. This is how it is. This is every day you're doing what it takes to do whatever your plan is, whatever your project is, whatever your problem is that you need to solution, whatever you're working towards. This is what the grind is like. And you can either be doing that in a factory, in a shop, underneath a car, on top of a scaffolding, or here in the digital world. It's all graft. It's all graft. But you're working for yourself. I work for myself. Only I do what I want to do, and I do what the book tells me. That's why at the back of the book it tells me what I want. And at the front of the book, you know where you're starting. And then all the jobs you do, every day, every task, there's the proof. Every page is a day and it's task to do. That's your accountability. Yeah. Like I say, you won't even remember what you wrote in them pages because you're moving so far forwards. It's very rare you look back. But when you do flick back, you know you did it. Here we are, 6th of the 8th, 26, Thursday, the hero's journey to success. If you don't fix the path, money will not flow. A great idea will fund itself. Let me read that again. The hero's journey to success. If you don't fix the path, money will not flow to you. A great idea will fund itself. If your idea has legs, you run with it. And you listen to that instinct. And the intel that you look at, the research you do will give you the information you need. And then follow that gut instinct. And believe in it. And do the work. If you want to catch a fish, you've got to go fishing. So many ideas come flowing through my mind each day. And that's why I try and write them down, or write them down. So I allow a couple of days a week to go into this flow. So this has been Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So the last 3 days I've been in this flow pattern. But Monday to Friday I was very strict in my pattern of what I was working on. I had tasks that had to be done and I did them. But Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I let myself flow more. And these 2 days I've been at the desk. And the great thing is, because of what the digital assets I now have in my folders, in my system, I can now see what the next stages are to the idea and to the projects. And I know how I'm going to piece all the pieces together. And that's exciting, that is, because that's the creative side of things. All this moving stuff, painting stuff, setting everything up, all the pushing yourself mind, that like is all the foundations, the scaffolding. When you're actually ready at the desk and you're at your editing desk and you've got DaVinci Resolve open and you've got all your other agents open to do all the different tasks, it's like a cook, a chef, getting all the ingredients together, laid out in front of them, in front of their desk, in front of their workstation. And then it's a case of all you now have to do is focus on putting all the ingredients together at the right time and cook the project to perfection. So it looks good, it smells good, it sounds good. And it gives you that feeling, because before you even eat something that's beautiful, well made, you're like, there's that feeling before you even eat it. And that's what fuels your ideas, so they fund themselves. That you become obsessed with it, because the idea is you just know you're onto a good one if you're prepared to do the work. If you're prepared to do the work. Now, been going for 19 minutes. Don't know if anyone's watched But it's okay, it doesn't matter, because I'm making videos and we're here in the studio. I don't even know if we've been live. Let's have a look. This is the first time setting this up. Have a look. I said last week, didn't I? We're going to do everything so it gets better. Now here I am in the space that we said we're going to turn to our studio. Go. Have we got sound? Have we got sound? Sound? Okay then. If someone does come into the chat, I'll be able to see it. There is a little bit delay, but that will be sorted out. But the initial setup is here. I mean, the space going to obviously do something with the back, whether I turn it into a green screen or actually just turn it practical with cladding, lighting. But the space is here. This is how it's looking at. Using the phone to film me, facing forward using Droid Cam. Got two phones either side recording onto file. So in theory, here's your 3-cam setup, because I've got one left, one centre, and one just to the right. That's my right, your left. Got good audio on all three, because I've got a microphone here, got a microphone here, and then I've got the wireless microphone here. So I've got 3 audio sources. Should be at eye level. So I'm not running a teleprompter or a script. This is all coming from here. But I will eventually, get to it having a teleprompter or something, so that I can put my notes down and my ideas down. And also a second screen or whatever. So in the future, this live chat will be busy. My lives will be busy, and I'll be able to read the questions that I get from individuals. I can be able to do the research and design stuff there and then share it to the screen. So somebody might say something about, ask a question, I'll pull up the evidence or whatever, the research, and maybe they want to see something happen in real time, and then I'll generate something in real time for them. Some sort of digital asset or thing, or maybe concept design or something live. But that's all about getting the setup. I've got to get rid of this lag and the latency on this camera, which is just that I'm using the free version of Droid Cam for £14. It unlocks it, so you get a faster connection, because it is running wireless. The router is in the room, so we are close by. It would be nice to have everything running wired, but because I'm using the DJI wireless mic, but using the receiver instead of just going Bluetooth, that means I can't run USB-C from the phone to the laptop. There is a laptop just behind here, and that's why I'm running it through YouTube Studio on the laptop instead of just running it off the phone. I'm not running OSB yet. I will do. That's how we'll go. We'll have the OSB system running and everything running into that. Hopefully, maybe should be able to run a splitter somewhere, because I'll have the 3 cameras that are recording. I should be able to switch between angles. in real time. Also have an overhead camera so that when we're developing ideas for real, in real time, I'll be able to talk to you and you'll see me writing the ideas down that come to my mind from the questions you've asked. So 3 angles plus an overhead cam. So 4 angles. Good sound, interaction, documents sharing, asset sharing. Yep, that's the plan. More battery's going to go on the old laptop. See, right, that would do. I'm not going to make that a massive on what we're on now. How long we've been recording? 26 minutes. How good's the quality of the camera? Look at that. Oh well. Yeah, man, it's all good. It's all good in the hood. That's what they say. It's all good in the hood. I'm excited. And that's the nice thing. So much hard work. You know, I live like a monk. I don't interact with very many people at all. It's 100%, it's 98% of me, this. 1% monk outside, training, and then at the desk. And now in the studio, plus helping other people getting their projects across the line. Because remember, I don't get paid unless they get paid. So that means I do the work because I want to get paid, but also I make them do the work. That's the difference with my clients. I'm on your case because I don't get paid unless you get paid. Yeah, I'm not getting paid up front, I'm not getting paid whatever. No, I get paid when you get paid. So when I say do this, do that, you do it because on the other end of the scale, I'm doing what I have to do. That's the team. That's the team. I do the work that you can't do. You do the work that I can't do. So with this other client brand, because they're the brand, she's the brand. Yeah, I'm explaining to her what she's got to do, giving her the scripts, giving her the practice, giving her the digital assets to reference on to see. Look, this is the angle I want. This is the look that we're going for. This is what you want to say, and I'm sending her the digital assets so she can see it. So she can set the camera up so she's got the same position for herself. She can dress similar to what the assets is, like the costume for the outfit, for the character. She's got the script, and it's for her to improv now and bring that character to life. And from that character, we then transfer it into its environment and give it the storylines and make the project. Do the work, man. Do the work. No excuses. And when you're making the videos like this, and when you're recording in the book, when you're looking at what assets are piling up in your folders and what your book's saying, when you reflect back, we are doing the work. We are 7 days in the project. We have built the first test assets. We've built a workflow. Now we test the story. This will give us the test production process. This is the path to and getting paid. Results every day. This morning, we remastered the branding with a better representation of the client. We made a 30-second hand shoot with the client, the brand, the colouring, generated the media and the thumbnails. This is another step forward in improving the workflow. That's what I mean, it's that repetition. Every time you do something, you're getting better at it. When I'm at my desk and I've got all my apps, the projects and the programs open, you're just flicking through different folders, bringing them into apps, working the app, working the program, getting the result, moving that result over to somebody else, to another agent, or to another program, bang, bringing all these different elements in, and you just flow like music. That's why I use this Logi MX system, where it's all intelligent, it's all interlinked, the microphone, the audio, the movements, what I can do with the mouse, the control panel, it's all there, so you can just do. You're bringing all these elements together, and you're in the moment. It's just, and for me, because I used to be addicted to arcade games when I was a kid. You know, I was crazy. We used to go into the chip shops here. You put money in, you'd be on the stand-up arcade machine, everybody around you, and you're getting your name onto the top board. And I was addicted to them. You know, I used to steal 10p's off my old man's loose change and go down there. Well, I stopped playing video games when I was 16. And because I have an addictive personality, so addiction is anything that you love for a chemical response, whether it's eating while exercise or drinking or drugs or whatever, and video games, because it's all dopamine. When I got into editing 10 years ago and all that lot, it gave me the same feeling, because they're video editing, you're moving the blocks and whatever all around a timeline, and the end result, you're building the end result. It's like Tetris. You're running up and down across the screen, just like your Marios or your Crusaders, or the very basic Donkey Kong. Yeah, it's the same feeling. And that's why the last 2 days, just like that, I get up first thing in the morning, I'm at my desk, and then before I know it, the sun's setting, and it's just gone like that. But it's the end result that sells. It's the end result that sells. If what I don't produce at the end of it is good, it won't lead to sales. And if it don't lead to sales, then it just weren't good enough. And so it is. You can only do your best work and enjoy it along the way. Enjoy the process of working hard, doing best work. And if luck's on your side and timing, your best work will sell and you'll get paid. You've got to enjoy the moment. That's why I quite like enjoying this, because I don't got to edit it. I've got nobody around me going, shh, shh, shh. I'm not chewing somebody's ear off. I'm just speaking. This is my therapy. This is my therapy. This is a diary of a crazy person. telling you what they're thinking, what they're doing, how they're doing it, and what the results are. So when I got 5 million in the bank, I said, I told you so. I showed you so. And that's the truth right there. That's the truth right there. A renegade does what they say they're going to do. They do the work. The money's out there, but you've got to do the work. Look at the people who are making the money. They're doing the best work. That's the same in any field. You've got to do the best work. And if it ain't, you don't get paid. But if you enjoy doing it, if you're doing it for the right reason, the right purpose, and with everything, you're increasing those odds of catching that big fish, or even a nice fish. Because remember, money is only food tokens. You're just trying to feed yourself and feed your family. And if you've got anything left over as a luxury, if you've got food left over when your belly's full, that's a luxury. And that's why people are fat and out of shape and unhealthy. Because in the wild, you're always hungry. It's very rare you get a full belly in the wild as an animal. So remember, we're zoo humans playing by rules. So you've got to learn to play the game and understand the rules and know how to patch the rules in your favour. This is Diary of a Crazy Person. And I'm Andy Spacey, and this is the Renegade Human Project. From the first time, the Renegade Studio. And this space will be having multiple people come and using this setup. I'll be bringing you podcasts and interviews, project updates, collaboration opportunities, areas of investment, everything will come from here. There'll be a time I'll be sitting here, there'll be a desk here, all this will be all designed. There'll be people having conversations with people. There'll be multiple angles switching. There'll be a big screen or something so that we can show you the assets that we've made. We can do presentations in live. My guests can show their footage and their histories. And you'll see that both here on the screen that we're watching, but also it'll be overlaid on your screen. That's what all the switching and everything's all about. It all starts from this, from just clearing the room out and just sitting and looking at it. And that's what I've been doing the last few days as I've been clearing and coming out, just coming here and looking at this empty space. Because an empty space is the most valuable thing you can have. It's got every possibility. And as you can see, that what the lighting is going to be like. You know, how many people could we get in here? 1, 2, 3. Change the angles. That's what the splitters are for. Change the focal lengths. You know, what's my positioning going to be like? You know, what's going to look like on camera with the two of us? And so I sort of here, because obviously it's going to be a bigger desk. So we have this room. So it's coming out of frame, out that angle. And that would work. Someone there, screen here. Or even if I do this green screen, I could then project anything on here with the right software. So many possibilities. That's what learning how that's why I learned how to do cooking shows and things like that. How to learn. I learned that production flow, how you make TV shows. Because this is no different. This is a talking head segment. We've only got one camera live, but we are recording on 2 cameras, so we will have 3 different versions, 3 different angles of this. You see what's in camp, what's in shot, what's out of shot. See, anything here is in shot. Anything behind that line, see where we've got these tripods on. Anything over that line's out of shot. Something as simple, little simple things like that. I mean, do I want to have more desk showing? See what I mean? The difference. How does it look? How does it look to you? How do you feel? Hey, I won't know until I look back, because even that small change, that small angle from looking here directly at the camera to just looking up to the screen. So really what I could do with is lowering the laptop down a little bit so the screen is just over this. But again, this is the nice thing of having a teleprompter, because I can look at the camera and see what's on the screen at the same time without breaking the eye contact. Because I want to make this so it's like personal, one-to-one. Yeah, it's like no different to if you're paying me as a client to sit in the desk opposite me and talk to me and let my craziness develop your ideas and turn them into money so you can take them to the bank. Because I'm just an intermediate. These ideas that we pull out of your head go through me and come out. And remember, money is written in paper, made of paper. So using the ancient spelling, we can turn your ideas into money. And that's why with that overhead camera, you could actually see me writing this in real time as I'm doing it. And it's that same connections that money is made of paper. That's called a fiat currency. Hear the table shaking, things like that, all the little things to take. Yeah, this is why we've got a nice desk, it'll be solid and everything like that. Yeah, money is made of paper. It's called fiat currency. And because they keep printing it, the value of it goes down. And the price of items go up. Because something is always worth something. The value of that doesn't change. That's what precious metals are. And food. Food is more value than anything, but because you've been so used to buying cheap food, you think food is cheap. Let me tell you, when you go out into the fields of England, there's no food in those fields being grown. And there's no sheep, really, or cows roaming around. There ain't no food. Life changes very quickly. All this means nothing. There ain't no food. And that's what Mini is. Mini is just food tokens. Because you remember, you're a superhuman. We're all in our own invisible cage called civilization. Ooh, 45 minutes we've been on. No views, no thumbs up. Well, that's what it said on here. Was that subscribers? I don't know. It doesn't matter because I've made the video. It's another thing that's ticked off the book. The first test shoot. In the Renegade. Studio is done. See, just the fact that I've made this means from an idea, looking into a corner full of stuff, from an idea and a little bit of effort, now we've just done our first test shoot, and looking back at it, we can see what's what. But also the fact of setting everything up for the first time, setting up the 3 little tripods, setting up the cameras so they're all roughly around about the same height, setting up the microphones, getting the table away from the wall, setting the angle of it, getting the computer lap set up, getting the Ethernet cable setting up, getting the software downloaded onto this laptop, getting the power banks connected to run the phone so they're not going to die out. It's all part of the process. And me, what I'm looking at now, it's no different now. Two Samsung S23s, so we've got 3 S23s. At the moment, I'm using my 10-year-old Huawei P10s. They've all got smash screens. These are the ones I've been using, and I replaced the last one with this because one's old Lisa's. One, I bought the P10s together, one for Lisa, one for me, and because they're both on their last legs, that's why I got the S23 second hand for £180. I want 2 more of them, so they're matching cameras. That's 400 quid. That's 400 quid. And the table, whatever we're doing with the back, the practical lighting, that's the investment. It's just now making this production better. So the image is better quality. Just looking at the screen now, what it look like. Probably go over this way a little bit more. You see, just so these 2 edges here is the same. Yeah. And then the book would be center. So distance between here and here be the same. There's the light, there's the shadow. The phone's at 90 degrees to light. What we would do is, so like you can imagine, we're not going to do it all at once, go in stages. Is I would I'd put a panel inside that window, because it's a big window, with soundproofing. So I'd plug it, so that would go totally dark. And if I was going to go another stage further, I'd put soundproofing on this wall here, because that's the main mode. The window's shut. But with these microphones and the noise cancelling, it shouldn't be a problem. Obviously, on a school day or like kids running past, at that time of day, or maybe. but I think a little bit of soundproofing would clear it. But I might not need it, like I say, in that in real time is pretty good. I mean, my audio might be a little bit low here. All depends on what mics it's picking it up on. It should be that mic. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, yeah, from what it looks here, I'm bang on it. Just going into the yellow from here, so that's looking okay audio wise. That's perfect level actually. You see, it's all these details. This is the first go at this little setup. Things will get better. Things will get better. And that's what these are about. That's what these videos are about. Just showing you in real time each step as it's happening. I mean, it feels nice, man. I'll be honest, it feels nice. It feels like a sense of achievement. Been on YouTube 20 years. Doing the work, man. Doing the work. And for a few of you out there, there'll be interaction with me. And that's the nice thing, the projects that I will work on with the people that I haven't met yet. So in the future, the near future, I'll get to bring value and worth to some people's projects out there who haven't even watched this video yet. But they'll watch it and they'll understand the value that I bring, and how I make people accountable for doing what they say they're going to do, which gives results, which means they get paid. Right, that would do. There's 52 plus minutes, 53 minutes. Pack it away now. Review it back. What we did right, what we did wrong. But we did it. We did it. Okay, we'll see you again on Die of a Crazy Person. I'm Andy Spacey. This is the home of the Renegade Revolution. And this is the Renegade Humans Project. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share, do the work. Do the work. Leave a comment. All that. It's for you to do the work. Thank you. Take care. Russ.